Hello, so this is part two of making a granny square purse, and it's going to be fabric lined inside as well. Part one was just about basically making the granny squares. This one I'm going to show you how to connect them by using a single crochet stitch, and then also for making, I wanted my purse to have some depth to it, so I did one skinny piece that I single crocheted all the way around. Um, and then we will go from there. Okay, so I've got my squares right here. Okay, and for the single crochet I'm going to use the same color as that outside color. So grab that here, and then by the end I'll also show you how to do the strap, as well as I'm going to have a uh, zipper to close mine, and how you crochet the fabric into the zipper, etc. So, okay, so I'm going to do a slip knot. And I don't think it really matters on what size hook that you use. I'm still using my size J hook that I used to crochet the granny squares. So, and what you can do is first lay out your squares. I'll show you. Okay. And, alright, what I'm going to do, and they're all facing right side up, as in, if I pick one up, I'm going to see my tail ends. Okay, so what I'm going to do is flip them over like this. Okay, and then I'm going to sew them together, going one way this way, and then I'll go back and do each two. So I'm going to start on this side. Alright, and going to line up my stitches. So starting with the top of the double crochet stitch right here, I'm going to put my hook through both, and then pull my string through. And most people say use the outside loop. Sometimes I get the inside one. Quite honestly, I don't think you can tell at the end result. So, especially when you're using the same color, no one's going to really figure it out. Okay, so crochet one stitch, and then you're going to go into the next stitch. Whoops. Okay, and let's see if I can show you. Okay, so I'm there, and then going in the outside stitch on the other granny square, and then just pulling through and single crochet. Okay, so here's my next one. Go through the outer one here and tighten that up. So you see how I'm doing that? Because then when you're done, as you can see, it'll look nice. Okay, so going to the next one, and I'm gonna kind of hurry this up a little bit. So it's a little harder on these single chains, to be honest, because you're not you're going for just kind of a tighter space to get your hook through. And then again, it might not be that hard for you. I don't know. I tend to have to use my hook a little bit more when trying to get in between those spaces. So, okay. And then what I'm going to show you is going from these to the next set, which isn't really anything different. So, okay. And if you skip one, you'll be fine. So, okay, and then here's the top of that double crochet right here. Sorry. Okay. That's going to be the last one. Okay. Alright, so these two are together. Alright. So now here's my next set. And hold them up like this. Find the top of the double crochet, which is our corner. And I'm going to put it through. Find the top of the other one, which is this one right here. Put it through. Get that string behind there. Okay. And simply just gonna pull the string through, do my single, and tighten it up a little bit. Just like that. And go on to the next one. Okay. Through. And just carry on. It's pretty easy. And once I have all three of these, then I'm just gonna go back and do a cross here, which, let me pause the video for a moment, and I'm gonna come back and go through going across these this part here. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I've done my horizontal line on this on the back side. Now I'm going to do the vertical lines. So I'm going to start these two, pinch it together, and I've already kind of started. So I got lined up the 2 double crochet stitches on either side, started there, and going for my 3rd stitch. So basically on this is just you can jump over that stitch there. It's not going to matter as far as structure, and you know, when it comes down to it, if you skip it or if you want to somehow form a crochet through it, diagonally through it, you know, whichever works for you, works for me. So this tutorial, I thought I was going to only have 2 videos with this purse and putting it together, but you know, especially when I want to line, do a fabric lining to it as well with a zipper, and then you have the shoulder strap as well. Quite honestly, I'm gonna have to make a 3rd video with this one. So part 2, this one we're in right now, the first one was just about making all our granny squares, which are 12 altogether. The second video is about attaching them as like we're doing with a single crochet stitch, and then also we're going to, I'll tell you how to make this side piece that is going to go in between your granny squares to, you know, give your purse some depth. I'll tell you how many to make, and it's it's basically one long piece. It's not broken up by sides. It's just one continuous piece. So, and it's really not hard. I did a double crochet stitch for it. So that's pretty easy. And then also I did these bird, I never can say the word, appliques, yeah, the bird on the branch with a couple of leaves. I'll show you that as well. We'll kind of keep the crochet to part 1 and part 2, and then part 3 I will show you how to put the fabric lining inside the purse, attach the zipper to the crochet as well, and as well as the shoulder strap, which I guess that is technically crochet as well, but that's alright. We'll see. If you know, personally I don't care for long videos. Whenever I go looking for tutorials, I don't want to be sitting there for 43 minutes watching every single step of the way, because eventually if I did that, you would notice I just will be muttering to myself and not even talking to you anymore. So anyways, yeah, okay, so now I've come to this single crochet stitch across there, and for me, you know, got in a space right before it, and you see there's a space right there. Right after, I'm gonna go right into that, and I'm just gonna jump it. So, and tighten it up, and that's all you gotta do for jumping across there. There's nothing special. Holds them in place. And so I'm going to go ahead and pause again. I'll finish connecting the side, and then when I come back, we're going to go over the piece that's going to connect the front and back granny squares. So, and for that, what you're going to need to know is basically it's the double crochet stitch. And for this particular pattern, you'll need to know how many rows, how many chains you need to start with, that kind of thing. So it's very simple. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and pause and finish yours while I'm finishing mine. And then when we come back, we will work on the side piece, okay? Alright. Okay, so we're back. I've finished attaching mine and cutting and tucking in tails, so I hope you have finished yours as well. Next is going to be this piece, which when we're done, what we will be doing is attaching this piece also and creating the inside, well, the outside, you know, basically the shell of our purse. So, okay, what you're going to do is very, very simple. Start with your slip knot, and you're going to do chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then you're going to double crochet. Alright, so wrap around and go into, skip 2 and go into that third one. Okay, alright, so, and when you get to the end of this row, what you're going to do is chain up 2 and then start on your second row. Okay, now since I've already done this, let me show you. Okay, end result. Alright, now for, if you've done your granny crochets the way that I showed in part 1, then you should have the same amount of stitches that I do. So also I did a couple extra rows for on top, so that way the zipper, it can hide part of the ends of the zipper. So basically we've got 20, I think it was 26 stitches on one side. We've got basically 7 sides to deal with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. You're going to want to do with the extra, what did I write down? 46. You're going to do 46 rows of double crochet, and just remember when you get to the end, chain 2. Okay, and then go back into the stitch right underneath it. So, okay, so that's what that will look like. When you are finished, what you're going to do, I think I started on this side, is again single stitch crochet it together, just like I had with the granny squares. And the easiest way I thought to kind of keep track is, like I said, like you're going to do 2 extra rows on top, okay, the very top, pick whichever side you want to call your top, and then basically it's 6 rows per square, okay, 6 rows per square. So from here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so from here to here, that's 6 rows. So just kind of hold it in place, line it up, hold it in place, single crochet. Okay, and you'll do that all the way around. Alright, so if you want to go ahead and pause this video and crochet this piece. If you didn't crochet this piece and chose not to, your purse is going to be incredibly thin. Maybe that's what you want. That's cool. This is for, you know, being able to hold some stuff. So, you know, lotions, my wallet, and I tend to need a little bit of a bigger purse. So, okay. Also, if you wanted to make it fatter, you could even do, or wider, whichever. You know, you don't have to do chain 10. You could chain 14, maybe even 20. Make, you know, a huge bag. Wow, terrible grammar today. Okay, so go ahead and crochet that piece and attach it, and I will see you back. I'm actually going to go ahead and attach this piece to the back side. And so that way my shell will be done, and when I meet you back, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and crochet the strap piece, which I like shorter straps. I don't like the long ones, so that's just kind of a personal preference, but I will go ahead and do that, and then when I come back I'll tell you how many rows, how long I made it for, and how to attach it too. Okay? Alright.